Every time someone is injured, MLG fights to get them back on their feet in no time.
How? With over 25 years experience, they've won over $1 billion for their clients. We literally can't do anything.
MLG!
Yeah. Linda, could you send up a few more insurance agents?
Don't leave your claim up to the gods. When it's OMG, call MLG. 7 News. Stay connected. 24/7. This is 7 News Today in Florida.
A live view of Miami skyline on this Thursday morning. Looking pretty nice, but feeling pretty hot.
That's right. We start out with a quick check of area weather. Let's get you a check with that forecast. Meteorologist Erica Delgado in the Pikes with the first look for us. Hey, Erica, good morning.
Hey, Tavares, Olivia. South Florida, it is Thursday, and conditions remain very similar to what we've been experiencing the last few days. Moisture out towards the Gulf Coast. We here along the southeast coast continue to have a steady stream of dry air. Even though there is an upper level low that is across portions of the southeastern Bahamas, we'll be watching that in the days to come. It moves closer to Florida, but it will be weakening. Could maybe provide a few more showers for the weekend. Again, rain chances will still remain on the lower end. And in the meantime, we still have dry air surrounding us here. So we've been quite lucky. Dry conditions, below average temperatures, below average rain chances, and temperatures have been near typical. 88 right now in Hollywood, 87 in Pompano Beach, 86 right now in the Fort Lauderdale area. Working our way into Miami-Dade, we are seeing some upper 80s, 88 in Hialeah, 86 though in Miami, mid-80s continuing into Kendall, 87 right now in Homestead. For the Florida Keys, still some upper 80s, no 90s quite yet, but that will be coming soon. 88 in Big Pine and in Cudjoe. Seems like mid-80s across the rest of the island chain with breezy at times, but the breeze not as strong as it's been in previous days. So we're noticing slightly lighter winds. And of course, that means that showers and storms maybe instead of developing out towards the Gulf Coast this afternoon, could maybe develop a little closer across interior sections of South Florida. Right now, winds are out of the east-southeast, 5 to 15 miles per hour. We had some shower activity early this morning. All of that has fizzled. There might be just a lingering little sprinkle there near Sunrise and Lauderdale Lakes. Otherwise, South Florida looking pretty good on this Thursday morning. Your forecast on this Juneteenth looking like typical temperatures back into the upper 80s and low 90s. A similar steam in place with maybe a few isolated showers to continue through the day. We'll take a closer look at that forecast, so that's coming up in just a few minutes.
And now at 10 o'clock, another night of missiles blasting Israel and Iran. The strikes shaking major cities, leveling buildings and hospitals. Dozens now dead, and the attacks are not stopping soon.
Yeah, just this morning, Iran unleashed a round of missiles striking the main hospital in southern Israel, causing extensive damage. We can tell you right now at least 40 people are injured. Several other buildings in the area also damaged. Several things happening in the immediate aftermath. Iran's foreign minister said he would travel to Geneva on Friday to meet with his European counterparts, indicating a new diplomatic initiative may be taking shape right now. On his end, Israel's defense minister touring that hospital site and said to reporters there that Iran's leader could not continue to exist after the strike. Now, his comments come just days after U.S. officials confirmed the president rejected Israel's proposal to assassinate Iran's supreme leader. President Trump has also said he has not ruled out an American strike on Iran.
And as the deadly attacks continue in the region, there's now a massive rescue operation to bring Americans stranded in the Middle East back home. 7's Alex Browning is at Miami International Airport, where several evacuees landed earlier this morning.
So we had to go through Jordan. We had to get back home.
This South Florida family, feeling helpless in Israel, fled through Jordan to get out. Now back here in South Florida.
We couldn't find another way back. We signed up for different ways, and it just, the evacuation, rescue ways, and it just didn't work out.
Danielle and thousands of other Jewish Americans finding themselves stuck in harm's way. Commercial flights in and out of Tel Aviv suspended as tensions grow between Israel and Iran. Another rescue flight touching down in Tampa Thursday, on board 1,500 Jewish Americans on a birthright trip. They fled Israel via cruise ship to Cyprus Tuesday, all organized by the state of Florida.
It was really hard, especially for the kids, hearing the sirens go off every so often. They were just terrified.
Their journey, like so many others, massive rescue operations now underway as organizations work to bring Jewish Americans back to the U.S.
People were scared, and they didn't want to wait.
Judy Elias, founder of Heroes for Heroes, was leading a veterans group through Israel. They also went through the dangerous trip through Jordan. They called on the Rescue Foundation, Project Dynamo, for help.
We met them at the Jordanian border. They scheduled a guide. They got scheduled a bus.
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there. Behind his seat and leave comments below. This is a make or break season. He's got to make an impact. Good morning, good morning, good morning to all you beautiful people across the lands coming into the show. We have a lot to talk about today. Yes, breaking news. People coming into the chat right now. I see everybody that's in here. Thank you for joining us so early in the morning. Everybody, welcome back to the Brandon Mason Show. We look forward to having you. We are so happy you guys are here. We got a lot to talk about. Let me tell you something. You saw the main message here this morning, the Brandon Mason Show, live episode 237, says Iran says they won't surrender, but Trump says emergency coming. You better evacuate out of Iran. People in the chat right now, how are you feeling? Welcome back to the show. If you are here right now, how are you feeling? Who do you support? And I know a lot of people have mixed feelings, but if you had to support somebody right now, who do you feel safe supporting is the question. I think America has the same question that we all got to look at realistically. Do we want Iran to have nuclear weapons, right? Yes or no in the chat. Do we want Iran to have nuclear weapons? That's the question that a lot of people have. And that's why Trump is doing what he's doing right now. And that is why a lot of people are a little bit stressed out. In the chat right now, yes or no, do we want Iran to have nuclear weapons? How are you feeling? Welcome to the show. Hello, world. How you doing? Candy, how you doing? Roger in the building. Brittany's in the house. Jeff Lee, Tracy, all the way up the tops. How are you feeling right now? Pops in the chat early this morning. Let me scroll up. Pitbull Mama. First off, our moderators again, Candy, Tracy, Pitbull Mama, Devon in the building. Obviously, Brittany's here with us today. Jalen, how are you feeling? Jalen Brunson in the building this morning. How are you feeling? Let me scroll. Big Bill in the house. Welcome to the show. Nathan, our beautiful people that join us on a daily basis that get in here early. Thank you for joining our show early. If you're in the chat right now, get ready because we got some information that you got to see, you got to hear. Right now, smack that like button if you were in the chat. Let me tell you something. I took a look at this, and guess what? Iran came back with a vengeance last night. And into this morning, Iran came back and is dropping missiles. Let me tell you something. They are saying, and I got videos on here, that Iran has certain weapons that people did not know about. And when I drop this in the chat, I want you guys to see this. I'm telling you, I got a lot of new video footage for you guys to see. But take a look at this. These are the missiles that they're saying that they have. Take a look at this.
6 days into war, and Iran has now done what many feared, crossed the hypersonic threshold. Tehran launched its first confirmed barrage of Fatah-1 hypersonic missiles, with Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei declaring that the battle begins. For the first time in decades, Israel's missile defense might not be enough.
Now, did you guys see that? I'm going to show that again. There's a lot of videos out there, and we have to, differentiate what's real, what's not. But let me tell you something. Last night into this morning, crazy missiles came across and smacked Israel. And let me tell you something. People are like, well, Israel did it first. And obviously in the chat, people think we have our reasons. We believe why they did it. U.S. is supporting certain things because they believe it's the right thing to do. Why or why not, right? Talking about that today. But yes, people, Iran basically has some weapons that they're saying that we didn't know about. I'm going to show that clip again right now. Take a look at this clip.
6 days into war, and Iran has now done what many feared, crossed the hypersonic threshold. Tehran launched its first confirmed barrage of Fatah-1 hypersonic missiles, with Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei declaring that the battle begins. For the first time in decades, Israel's missile defense might not be enough.
This is getting a little scary. I'll tell you why. People in the chat right now, you know what I'm talking about. If Iran now starts to get a little bit more excited about what they're doing, right? we got something big on our hands because now the U.S. has to get more involved. If the U.S. gets more involved, obviously, take a look around the clock. I got videos for you to see. We got people like Russia. We got people like China. We got a lot of people out there that are looking to get a little bit more excited about getting involved too. We got to be careful about what happens after that. I got a clip in here I want you guys to see right here. Let me make sure this is the right one because I've been watching this going, all right, this is getting a little bit interesting. But let me pull this up right now for you guys to see if shit gets a little out of hand. This is a video you got to take a look at.
The Iran-Israel war shows no signs of stopping. And now, on day 6, it has entered its most explosive and deadly phase yet. And now, there are serious concerns that this conflict could soon turn into a nuclear war. Over 220 Iranians have reportedly lost their lives in ongoing Israeli airstrikes, while Iran's response has led to the deaths of 24 Israelis. This war is no longer just a conflict between two countries. It now risks pulling the entire world into its orbit. Israel is receiving support from the US, Canada, France, India, Italy, Germany, and most European countries. Meanwhile, Iran is backed by China, Pakistan, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and several other Middle Eastern countries. It's been 6 days and Middle Eastern airspace remains restricted, disrupting flights between Europe, Asia, and Africa, causing longer routes, higher costs, and widespread delays. The Middle East holds 48% of the world's oil reserves and exports to the entire world, and this conflict is now fueling global inflation, economic instability, and a growing crisis. With the way this conflict is escalating, there's a serious concern that in the end, either Israel or Iran will be left standing. What do you think? Will this deadly conflict end with Israel or Iran standing alone?
People also were saying yesterday, wow, how you take a look at it and go, Israel is not that damn big. You know what I'm saying? People in the chat right now, they were talking about this yesterday going, Israel's not that damn big. People watching live in the chat right now. If you're watching, we got to get the people involved right now. If you're watching live right now, Israel right now or Iran. Drop it in the chat right now if you're watching live. Israel or Iran. Really, in the chat. Let's get focused. This is important shit right now. We got a lot going on right now. There is some massive, massive news. If you didn't just see that right now, watch this clip again. They are saying right now, Iran has a lot more than we know about and anybody knows about. And this clip is important. After this, I'm going to get right to the nitty gritty right now. You got to see what's about to happen. Big things are happening. War might be on the brink right now. We might have some massive issues, people. Take a look at this. I'm serious.
The Iran-Israel war shows no signs of stopping. And now, on day 6, it has entered its most explosive and deadly phase yet. And now, there are serious concerns that this conflict could soon turn into a nuclear war. Over 220 Iranians have reportedly lost their lives in ongoing Israeli airstrikes, while Iran's response has led to the deaths of 24 Israelis. This war is no longer just a conflict between two countries. It now risks pulling the entire world into its orbit. Israel is receiving support from the US, Canada, France, India, Italy, Germany, and most European countries. Meanwhile, Iran is backed by China, Pakistan, Russia, Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and several other Middle Eastern countries. It's been 6 days and Middle Eastern airspace remains restricted, disrupting flights between Europe, Asia, and Africa, causing longer routes, higher costs, and widespread delays. The Middle East holds 48% of the world's oil reserves and exports to the entire world, and this conflict is now fueling global inflation, economic instability, and a growing crisis. With the way this conflict is escalating, there's a serious concern that in the end, either Israel or Iran will be left standing. What do you think? Will this deadly conflict end with Israel or Iran standing alone?
Here's the thing about that. If you just watch that clip right there, it's just showing how fast people can get involved in the situation, right? Like first you got Iran and Israel going through a little situation over there. Then missiles start flying. Everyone's like, oh, Iran's done, right? Iran's done. Everyone's saying Iran's done. And all of a sudden, they got shit people didn't know about. They got their main leader who's running it right now. A lot of their people have been killed, obviously. But this guy's in hiding. And Trump says, we know where you are, okay? That was one message right here. He said, we know where you are. There's a clip of them all running out, but I got a lot of videos for you to see this morning. But this is what was happening. People of Iran were trying to get the hell out of there. Here's that clip. So as all the people are trying to leave, right now it's ramping up. And yesterday, I want you guys to see something. They said Israel should not attack if they don't want to be hit back. Take a look. Excuse me. They said, do not attack us if you don't want it back. And now things are starting to happen. Take a look.
It's got to be the biggest mind fuck for an Israeli who believed that that sterile city of Tel Aviv was completely untouchable, that they could land there and live there and complete murder after murder and abuse and assaults for almost 100 years and get away with it. And now their city is in ruins. It's got to be mind-blowing. As an American, if you're not Jewish or Zionist using the cloak of Judaism, you weren't going to go there. You weren't going to travel to Israel to be promptly spat upon and go through all their security checkpoints for some wayward vacation. But I think about the Israelis today and I see them running.
Do you see how crazy this is? Did we not just have a change of events? Where yesterday it was like, Iran's done, Israel's got this handled, U.S. doesn't even have to get involved. We help a little bit of the air, stopping missiles from coming in, not striking Iran, but stopping, some of the missiles from hitting Israel. And all of a sudden, you see what's going on, right? If you just saw that video right there, people are like, holy shit, wait a second. Israel's getting hit now a lot more than we thought. Is somebody helping them? Do you think China and Russia right now is helping them do this? Because people said they didn't have the capability to even do this. And now it's like, wait a second. We got to be a little concerned here because they now said they're going to target U.S. Take a look at this, people. This is another shot of this. Look at this right now.
For an Israeli who believed that that sterile city of Tel Aviv was completely untouchable, that they could land there and live there and complete murder after murder and abuse and assaults for almost 100 years and get away with it. And now their city is in ruins. It's got to be mind-blowing. As an American, if you're not Jewish or Zionist using the cloak of Judaism, you weren't going to go there. You weren't going to travel to Israel to be promptly spat upon and go through all their security checkpoints for some wayward vacation. But I think about the Israelis today and I see them running.
This is getting a little concerning. And I got to tell you something. They said that the leader is going into hiding, right? They said they're going into hiding, but you see what's going on here. I got the clips, I got the attacks.
This is a statement from the Secretary General, and I'll read it to you in the first person. I remain profoundly alarmed by the ongoing military escalation in the Middle East between Israel and Iran. I reiterate my call for the immediate de-escalation leading to a ceasefire. I strongly appeal to all to avoid any further internationalization of the conflict. Any additional military interventions could have enormous consequences, not only for those involved, but for the whole region and for the international peace and security at large. I condemn this tragic and unnecessary loss of lives and injuries to civilians and damage to homes and critical civilian infrastructure. Diplomacy remains the best and only way to address concerns regarding Iran's nuclear programs and regional security issues.
Things are heating up. I'm just telling you. We can all sit back and go, Iran's done. I literally thought Iran was done yesterday. And I said, okay. And I still believe so. But have you seen what has been... This is just yesterday in Israel hospital. Take a look.
אימא'לה, מה קורה בסורוקה? טירוף מוחלט. הכל שבור. זה לא אמיתי מה קורה פה. הכל שבור. כל סורוקה. כל המיון. תראו את כולם רצים. תראו את האנשים. תראו את האנשים. תראו. פה נפל הטיל. אימא'לה, מה קורה בסורוקה? טירוף מוחלט. הכל שבור. זה לא אמיתי מה קורה פה. הכל שבור. כל סורוקה. כל המיון.
you're watching live in the chat right now, if you're watching live, type a random person's name right now in the chat. If you're watching live, type a random person's name in the chat right now that you see typing the show. You are not a bot in the building right now as all the people start coming into the chat, watching live, approaching at 400 people in the building. We got a lot going on. These videos are important. Now, I'm just telling you this. I sat back and I watched Israel take care of Iran in a way. I said, holy shit, they're going to manhandle them like nothing. And all of a sudden, last night and this morning, they are letting it fly. And it might be their last chance, their last strike, whatever you want to call it. And Trump said, time is running out. The clock is ticking. Trump is going to have to make a decision. Let me tell you something. Everyone watching live in the building right now, what we've got in the chat right now, 300 people, everybody right now, double tap your screens right now. Let's try to get to 100 likes on this show right now to let all the people across YouTube come into the chat right now. Let me see who's in the building right now. Rocky Roberts in the house. Jeffrey, hello world, how you feeling? Sandy in the building. SDB in the chat, how you feeling? Robert, Carolyn in the house. Trey, Ricky, everyone in the chat. Shh, in the chat. How you feeling? Welcome to the show right now. Awesome Bill in the building. Obviously, Pitbull, Mama, Candy, Tracy. Beautiful people in the chat right now. Make sure you smack that damn like button right now in the chat. Did you vote for Trump? Put Trump in the chat right now. If you did not, then put impeach or just put no or put USA. But if you were a Trump supporter, put Trump in the chat right now because let me tell you something. Trump has to make the biggest decision. The whole world is watching right now. Trump has the biggest decision to make right now as we speak across the globe, and he's got to make some decisions because without him right now, the world's a little bit, it's bonkers right now, right? He's got to make a decision. Do we end the war? We know U.S. can go end the war right now. We can take out Iran in minutes. Do we do that? And then we have conflict with other people. Obviously, Afghanistan, we got China and Russia, Iraq, all those places over there. Do we want to get involved in that? Do we go over there and take care of business? In the chat, do we take care of business?
And they're fighting each other. I said, why don't you let them fight? Why are we getting in the middle of it? I said, let them fight. Sir, we want to do it. They go in and they end up fighting both of them. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Let them fight. And they're fighting each other. I said, why don't you let them fight? Why are we getting in the middle of it? I said, let them fight. Sir, we want to do it. They go in and they end up fighting both of them. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. Let them fight.
Well, the ongoing war in Ukraine is taking a serious turn for the worse. With all eyes on the Middle East, Russia has been raining down hundreds of drones and missiles on the capital, Kiev. One strike hit a multi-story residential building, splitting it in two and leaving a huge gap where hundreds of homes were just moments before. Emergency workers say at least 23 bodies in this attack alone were pulled from the rubble. All this as Vladimir Putin of Russia is casting himself as a power broker in the Israel-Iran conflict,
trying to shift focus onto his potential role as a Mideast peacemaker and away from the war he's waging closer to home.
This is the thing about it. Like, Trump really is handling something from a distance. We're talking, do you guys realize Israel and Iran are 1,000 miles apart? You guys understand that, right? 1,000 miles apart. And we're over here trying to figure out what we're going to do. We're going to dictate the war. Have you guys seen some of this stuff? They said time is running out on Iran. They said Trump is going to make a decision that's going to be devastating.
And right now, Iranian ballistic missiles are coming into Tel Aviv. You can see the Israeli air raid systems in operation. Right there, some of the Iron Dome system going up, making interceptions. They are exploding at relatively high altitude just over the center of Tel Aviv. This is the second barrage we've heard just in the last few minutes.
Israel tonight is launching new strikes inside Iran, taking out Iranian F-14 fighter jets while still on the runway and destroying ballistic missile launchers in western Iran. Israel now declaring the Iranian military leadership is on the run and that it just killed Iran's most senior military commander, General Ali Shadmani, who had replaced another general Israel killed just 4 days ago. At a press conference tonight, Israel's foreign minister warning anyone in Iran to, quote, consider carefully before taking that job. And this from Israel's ambassador to the United States.
You're going to see some surprises on Thursday night and Friday.
Overnight, images of massive traffic jams as residents rushed out of Tehran. While we've now learned from sources on the ground, potential cyber attacks are hitting Iran's banking system, with some ATMs not working. Israel's military operation targeting Iran's nuclear program and its military leaders is now into day 5. Israel saying it's killed several top Iranian generals and 10 nuclear scientists. Today, Germany's chancellor praising Israel's operation, saying this is the dirty work Israel is doing for all of us. While China's President Xi saying all parties should work to de-escalate. Iran has launched missiles every day against Israel, some seen streaking through the skies out of the window of a passenger jet. Only a few were launched today.
I heard this ballistic missile explode around 9 o'clock this morning. It caused a major bang, but nobody was killed or injured here. Instead, a lot of buses. This is a bus depot just north of Tel Aviv, and the buses were totally charred.
Israel says Iran has launched 400 ballistic missiles at Israel since Friday. Air defenses have taken out most of them. Richard Engel, NBC News, Tel Aviv.
That's a clip that we'll play again in a moment. I want to tell you guys something. People in the chat right now, we got 1,000 people in the freaking building right now. Drop your states in the chat right now. Where are you guys based? Drop your states in the chat right now. Everybody said, where are you from? Put it in the damn chat right now. What state are you based? If you're from another country, then put that damn country in the chat right now, because we want to know how the hell you guys are feeling about the damn thing. And if you're watching live, smack that damn like button right now. 1,000 freaking people right now. Well, only freaking 55 likes if you're watching live right now. If we get to 500 likes in the next minute, I'll give out someone $500 right now. If we get to 500 likes in the next minute, there's 1,000 people in the chat. All you got to do is double tap your screen. We get to 500 likes the next minute, I'll give a lucky person $500 in the chat right now. If you guys want to make money, hit that damn like button, subscribe. Here we go. Let's get back to it right now. We'll get back to that video in a second. But take a look at this clip. This was interesting to watch, and I had to watch this twice.
We've learned that American commanders are putting troops on high alert throughout the region, as they should be. Why? There are new reports that the regime is preparing missiles for a retaliatory attack on U.S. bases, and we have so many people on so many sites. The American State Department just announced the embassy in Jerusalem is closing, but we can't remove our footprint entirely. We are exposed. So there are signs the U.S. is preparing to become more deeply involved, if only defensively. Let's get a state of play from a much better mind about what the options here and what the implications are. I get that right-ish in terms of what the questions are and the propositions?
Oh, yeah. I thought it was very well put together, Chris. I heard the whole thing. I think it is incredibly consequential. My view at this point is that Trump is going to authorize attacks on Fordo. Specifically on this one major nuclear location that is under the mountain, under 300 meters of solid rock, that the Israelis cannot hit themselves. I don't think it's necessary. I think there are other options. I don't think it's as urgent as Trump has made it out to be, but I think the momentum is such, and his willingness to be the guy that is telling the Iranians, that's it. I'm not taking this anymore. He's already kind of painted himself in a corner. Doesn't mean he can't come out of it, but if you ask me what he's going to do in the next coming days, 1, 2, 3 days max, I fear that's the decision.
We got a lot going on. You guys can see there's a lot of shit happening here in the building. I want people to understand that. We got a lot of things going on. People are like, well, it's as easy as this. No, look, I know we can take out Iran in minutes. America can. In the chat right now, if you're watching live, Trump, if you're a supporter of Trump, put Trump in the chat right now. If you're not, put impeach. I want to see who's in here right now. And why is this important? Because Trump is going to make the biggest decision about this war right now. Israel can handle themselves, of course. We get that. Iran's going to continue hurting people over there as well. It's going to be a battle until Israel takes over. But at the end of the day, Trump could end the war in seconds. In the chat right now, again, Trump or impeach. Try to get who we got in the building right now. Trying to gauge what we got in the chat right now. Smash that like button if you're just joining us live. And if it's your first time joining us on the show, put first time so we can shout you out right now. People watching live in the building right now. We got a bunch of videos for you guys to see. There's a lot of shit that we've been showing in here. And we show clips a few times because you come in early on, you haven't seen it. We play it again for you when we have the conversation here on what Trump could actually do or what should he do.
And when we arrived, we saw a man who was wounded
but he was wearing a hospital gown, and he was waiting for his father. Right now, we're getting the incoming fire as we speak. You can hear the air raid sirens that are sounding across central Israel. My cameraman's going to pan out here slightly so that you can see any of the incoming missile fire and attempts to intercept these missiles. Just stay with us here, and we will update you on the situation here in Tel Aviv. But again, the Iranians are currently launching a ballistic missile barrage at Israel's second largest city of Tel Aviv. There are currently millions of people in bomb shelters right now trying to get out of the line of fire. Guys?
Trey, stay safe first and foremost. We're going to just take a moment right now to listen to those sirens.
So guys, right now what you're hearing are sirens sounding across Tel Aviv. These are the last line of alerts that the Israeli people will get amid this incoming fire. So far, we have not seen any of the air defense systems active around this city. We just have to give it a moment. Oftentimes, they'll intercept the fire as it's coming toward Tel Aviv. Other times, and right now overhead, you can see some of these interceptions taking place. My cameraman's going to pan up here, and you're going to see those white streaks in the sky. That is a successful interception. It's a little bit difficult to see given the fire and the sunlight at this moment, but we're just going to come off the sticks here and we're going to walk. Just give us one moment. Good to wait.
And Trey, as we're watching
every
here,
time these events happen, every time these happen, we have our security and we're trying to get a sense of just how heavy the fire is. We can report that there was one interception over Tel Aviv. That was likely Israel's Arrow 2 or 3 advanced missile defense system shooting it down. And the way that we can tell that and there you hear the explosion right there, that is from a successful interception. At this point, because the Iranians don't have the wide array that they had earlier in the conflict, it's a little bit easier for the Israelis to shoot down this incoming fire, but still it's something that the population has to watch out for.
we understand by earlier reporting that 40% of the missiles, including the surface-to-surface missiles of Iran, were wiped out. Trey, do we have updated numbers on that?
Yeah, the latest information that we have from the IDF is that 40% of the launching positions have been taken out by the Israelis in these strikes. Just yesterday, they targeted a missile array near to the Isfahan nuclear facility. And the reasons the Iranians had missiles here is because this was a largely protected area. At least the Iranians thought it was protected. But I spoke yesterday with an Israeli fighter jet pilot, and he said, look, we now have control over much of the skies of Iran, including the Iranian capital of Tehran. And this gives Israel the ability to put drones in the air and also use fighter jets so they can see when these mobile launching units come out and they can target them in real time. And this has greatly reduced the amount of fire that has targeted Israeli cities. And like I said, they still have to follow the alerts that come in because this is not a perfect air defense system. And Iran is clearly not only at a reduced capability to launch these attacks, but they're also trying to preserve what missiles they have left. Israeli sources tell Fox News that at the beginning of this conflict that started almost 6 days ago, Iran had around 2,000 missiles. They've fired 400 of them at Israel, and the Israelis have destroyed a number of other missiles belonging to the regime. Guys?
Trey, final question is about compliance mixed with that visibility during the daylight. So as you see from your deck, is there 100% compliance by the Israelis when they hear the sirens? Or are some people indeed out of their shelters? And does the daylight have an impact? Because certainly as viewers, as we watch the screen with you in real time, it is difficult to see those intercepted missiles in contrast with at nighttime. So talk to us about the experience there during the day.
Exactly. I'm going to have my cameraman very quickly pan to the beach because you're going to see an area that's normally bustling with people. And there's 1 or 2 people out still right now, but this entire area has cleared out. Just before we got on air here and earlier in the show when we were speaking, we saw hundreds of people out here and they were sitting by the beach. They were waiting for the sunset to start. What we've seen normally, because these attacks mostly come at night, Israel's trying to have some sense of normalcy during the day. And so there are far more people out during the day. At night, Tel Aviv and other major population centers look like a ghost town. People are staying in their homes. They are ensuring that they can sleep in shelters when the fire is heavy, and they're waiting because they understand that Iran is going to continue these ballistic missile attacks until the war is over. Guys.
Trey Yingst, live from Tel Aviv, Israel. Stay safe.
Thanks for taking a look at that and watching that whole clip. You know, it was a little bit longer of a clip. Let me tell you something. The shit is, they're saying they struck at night or early in the morning. I mean, let me just tell you something. If all the people are outside in the daytime, wouldn't you shoot some shit in the daytime? Or are they just saying, look, it's easier to target stuff. It's harder for them to defend. Is that what the problem is? Like, is it harder to defend during the night or, you know, during those hours where you can't really see that well? We're seeing a lot of like interesting clips too, but the biggest thing I got to tell you is Trump has to make a decision, right? Like, I believe Trump could be the reason why the war ends. I mean, let's be honest. If he gets out there and gets it done, and he's made it very clear, we've seen the clip on him saying, look, let's finish the talks. Let's finish up. You cannot have a nuclear weapon, though.
Talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war, and they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
When we have the conversation, it's like, do you guys, like, if you think about it for a second, in the chat right now, we're back in the building right now, a lot of people obviously in the chat. If you're here watching live, Trump, do you support Trump? In the chat right now, put Trump if you voted for him, put Trump if you support him, put Trump if you love him in the chat right now. And if you don't, then put impeach or put USA or put what you got to put, because people right now are just waiting around going, okay, what are we going to do? Like, Trump, you tell us what we're doing here. Like, because if you make a decision one way or another, it's going to go the way that he wants it to go. I'm just telling you right now, if Trump says, take Iran out, Iran is done. If he says, don't help, we don't help anymore. Like, it is what it is. People watching live in the chat right now, if you're watching on your phone, double tap your screen. Let's get to 200 likes as fast as we can. Right, over 500 people, 600 people in the chat. Let me tell you something today. We already had in the building already this morning, already over 40,000 views because of you beautiful people in the chat. Let me tell you something. I think about this every single day because something has to happen. Like, something has to happen very soon. And they said the clock is ticking. He made it very, he said, look, Trump said, look, evacuate if you're there right now. That means, and I'll show you the clip right now, Americans are heading over there. We have a lot of military power. I showed you the other day. I got 2 clips. If you didn't see them from the other day, clips of what's about to happen.
Did you all see Donald Trump's post? Everyone should immediately evacuate Tehran. That's not just some tweet. That's a warning, a historic warning from a sitting U.S. president. And it's not empty words. Right now, 2 U.S. aircraft carrier strike groups are heading straight towards the Middle East. We're talking Super Hornets, Growlers, advanced surveillance craft, all locked and loaded, ready to go. Trump told Iran, sign the deal or face consequences, and they didn't. And now, Tehran might be staring down the barrel of the most powerful military in history. He's been saying it for years. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And while Biden played around pretending in Delaware, Trump's laying out a strategy like a master tactician. This isn't just policy, this is 4D chess, and Iran missed their move big time. The question now is, will they fold or will this spiral out into a full-on war? Either way.
If it goes into full-on war, we got to think about something for a second. Russia, China, who do you think they're going to support, people? Who do you think Russia and China are going to support, right? Like, that's where shit's getting a little confusing right now. I mean, we show these clips all the time, but this one here really gives you some insight.
Breaking news: Russia, China, North Korea, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey have all came out and sided with Iran in this conflict. All of them also have condemned Israel. All of these countries, specifically Russia and North Korea and Pakistan, will be supplying Iran with military equipment. Saudi Arabia said they will be closing off their airspace so that Israeli jets cannot use the Saudi airspace to attack Iran. But Iranian jets will be able to use the Saudi airspace. Turkey, the biggest power in the region, came out against Israel and said, quote, "They are the biggest threat to world peace. I should Vladimir Putin has offered to mediate peace talks." They pulled that agreement and then condemned Israel and Netanyahu. And Putin called Netanyahu a coward for fleeing to Greece. China and North Korea also came out, specifically North Korean Kim Jong-un, who says that they are ready today and now to provide air defense of Tehran in Iran against the Israeli Air Force. Pakistan also threatened the nuclear option against Israel and said they stand with their brother. Make sure to follow me for the newest updates on what is happening.
I mean, you see how fast shit can happen. These countries got to figure this out. Here's the problem. Russia and China, even if they didn't want to help Iran, they do not want Trump and America to be the powerhouse that we are. We got to be honest about that, right? Even if they're like, we don't have any problems right now, they do not want to see America showing up and showing out and taking care of business because we get stronger and stronger on a daily basis. They do not want to see it. They do not want to see it. And we show the clips on here all the time of Trump, and we talk about this. We said, did Trump say, did he press the button? Did he say, yeah, we're green, go? Did he say, go take care of business? That's the video that we saw. I love this clip. This kind of symbolizes everyone waiting for Trump.
Alex, we're just learning here this afternoon from a U.S. official that Israel had approached the United States, the president, about a potential plan to assassinate the supreme leader of Iran, Ayatollah Khamenei. This would have amounted to a regime change in Iran if Israel and the U.S. had agreed to move forward with such a military effort as this in these last days. Of course, that sort of action has not been executed upon here at this time. But this comes 3 days now after those initial airstrikes were launched in a surprise attack on Iran. And since there have been retaliatory airstrikes going between the two countries here, well, for President Trump on his part here just a few hours ago in a social media post, he suggested that he still believes that there could be a, quote, deal between Israel and Iran to bring an end to this war. At the same time, this White House has indicated repeatedly that they are in the position where they have made a case to Iran that they must halt all uranium enrichment and stop all efforts to build nuclear bomb capabilities. I want to let you listen to Bibi Netanyahu, the Israeli prime minister, in his first interview on Fox since those initial airstrikes 3 nights ago, in which he was very specific in talking about the U.S.'s cooperation with Israel and why he decided to proceed with this attack before, if folks will recall, today was supposed to be the 6th round of talks between the U.S. and Iran on a potential nuclear agreement, but the Israelis went forward with their airstrike early nonetheless. Take a listen.
I think we achieved a great surprise the other day when we started. We could wait and wait and wait. They'd string along the negotiations. We gave them a chance. I gave them a chance, but it was clear they were not serious about it. It became clear, I think, to the United States as well, because the president was very clear. He said, you can't have nuclear weapons. And in order not to have nuclear weapons, you can't enrich uranium. And they basically strung everybody along, and it was clear to us it was going nowhere.
Alex, it's a serious question now, the extent to which the U.S. will militarily involve itself with Israel's future military plans.
Now, we have all these troops heading that way, right? I just showed you about the ships and all that with the planes and jets and all that. If we have 40,000 troops, which is now national news, it's on the headlines, if we have 40,000 troops heading over there, what's going to happen? Like, are we going to take care of it? Is U.S. going to go, that's it, I had enough, this shit's done?
Well, a lot of you did not want this to happen, but the United States has officially stepped in to help Israel shoot down Iranian missiles, and this isn't some sort of minor assist either. We're talking Patriot and THAAD air defense systems alongside U.S. Navy destroyers in the eastern Mediterranean, all scrambling to intercept incoming Iranian ballistic rockets as they rain towards Israel. Reports are saying we got 2 destroyers, the USS Sullivans and the USS Arleigh Burke, along with Patriot PAC-3 batteries on land, are actively protecting Tel Aviv. The White House has surged almost 40,000 U.S. troops across the region, redirecting ships like the USS Thomas Hudner from west to east Mediterranean, all while fighter jets fly constant patrols. According to U.S. officials, this American shield is about one thing: protecting U.S. citizens and assets caught in the crossfire. This marks a serious escalation and signals the U.S. has Israel's back for now. I want to know, should we get involved more in this conflict or less, or even at all? Let me know in the comment section.
That's correct. We do have a message on there. Branch said U.S. troops were already in the region. That's correct. There's troops there right now, a lot of them. And the whole problem right now is Iran said, now we're going to start targeting you, U.S. If, in fact, they start targeting the U.S., who's going to win this war? In the chat right now, people in the chat, let me know. If Iran starts to target the U.S. out there, who do you think is going to win this war? Let's be honest. What's about to happen right now? U.S., Israel, Iran, who's going to take over this war? I can tell you right now. Wholeheartedly. The minute Iran shoots one missile at American troops, shit's going to go bad. I'm just telling you right now, people in the chat, shit is going to go bad very quickly if they shoot anything remotely close to the U.S. troops. That's all I'm saying right now.
Two U.S. officials confirmed to CBS News that the United States helped Israel intercept some of those Iranian missiles overnight as Iran retaliated for that Israeli attack.
Sirens through the night, sending millions across Israel to bomb shelters. Waves of Iranian retaliatory strikes rained down on the country. Some made it through Israel's missile defense systems, smashing into homes, injuring dozens and killing at least 3. Israel, meanwhile, continued its massive assault on Iran, its largest ever air offensive against its longtime enemy, killing at least 70 people and wounding hundreds, targeting military leaders, infrastructure, and Iran's nuclear program, including nuclear scientists and facilities, like Iran's main enrichment site at Natanz, shown here in the aftermath of an attack. Israel said its assault was necessary to prevent Iran from developing a nuclear weapon. On Friday, global nuclear watchdog, the IAEA, warned of the serious risks of combat around nuclear sites.
Any military action that jeopardizes the safety and security of nuclear facilities risks grave consequences for the people of Iran, the region, and beyond.
Hundreds of supporters of Iran's hardline government turned out in Tehran to celebrate their country's response to Israel's attacks. We will continue to give a crushing response with the support of our people, our leader, and our brave soldiers, this woman said. But many Iranians are unhappy with their government, with the state of the economy and the lack of certain freedoms.
The proud people of Iran.
And Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sent a message to the Iranian people.
And the time has come for you to unite around your flag and your historic legacy by standing up for your freedom from an evil and oppressive regime.
Dr. Raz Zimt is the director of the Iran program at Israel's Institute for National Security Studies.
Is there a risk that the regime could fall because of these assaults?
Right now, I think that the only way for a regime change in Iran is if the Iranian regime collapses from within, or if we see more and more protests going on inside Iran.
And Israel's defense minister has warned this morning that, quote, Tehran will burn if it continues firing missiles at Israel, which it has vowed to do. Michelle.
Haley Ott in London. Thank you.
I just feel so bad for these damn kids out there. I mean, even the mothers out there and people just living a normal life, trying to go to the grocery store, going out playing sports or whatever you're doing over there. And you just got missiles. Can you guys understand something? You got Iraq in the middle. You got missiles flying over. Literally, remember, they're 1,000 miles away. I got to make sure I make that clear. Listen, Iran and Israel are 1,000 miles away. You can just imagine, right, how far that is. They're shooting missiles over top of Iraq, like literally over other countries and flying. People are going, oh, shit. Like, can you imagine? Imagine if Canada is at war with Mexico and we're the U.S. and we're in the center, right? Imagine Canada and Mexico are at war and we're the U.S. We're in the middle and rockets and missiles and shit are flying over. Trump's going to be like, whoa, okay, look, here's the situation. You're going to have to go around because if you're going to shoot over top of here, you let one rocket, one bullet, one whatever land on U.S. soil, and we're going to end the whole shit in minutes. That's the thing about it, and people got to understand how crazy this is. When I was talking about this yesterday, I'm like, people got to get involved. You know what I'm saying? Like, something has to happen now.
Yaniv, get ready to pull it off the stick. Get off the sticks. All right, let's go. Time to go. Okay. Guys, come on, everyone move. Everyone move now. Stay with us, stay with us. Pick up the gear.
You know, when I play these clips, some of this stuff is just like, the more I watch it, the more you kind of learn too, right? Like man, I saw, by the way, I was watching live, watching a clip online. My cousin showed me, and it was like, holy shit. Like, we just watched a Russian and a Ukrainian man fight on the field with knives. And the guy was translating it on the video after he showed it. And he said, look, just let me here to die. He goes, you already opened me up. You already stabbed me. Let me just die here peacefully. And so it was crazy to see how these men, I don't care how old you are, this is something you haven't done before, right? So you get to the point you go, wow, this is the kind of shit that we're dealing with. And it's like, why are we at war in the first place? Like, these are some of the questions, right? Why are we at war in the first place? Why are we killing innocent people? Why are we hurting people? But the whole point is, we do not want Iran to have nuclear weapons. That's a big problem. In the chat right now, if you're watching live, we got 170 freaking likes on the chat. We need 25 likes. Right now, to hit 200 likes on the building. Do that right now while I show you this clip. Israel stepping up its bombing of Iran. These are some of the questions right now. Take a look at this.
Israel stepping up its bombing of Iran, and a blunt new warning from President Trump, all while Iran continues to just fire back. Iranian missiles hit an Israeli city this morning after Israel's warplanes attacked targets in Iran's capital, including its state-run broadcaster. More Iranians are fleeing their homes. Take a look at these pictures of the cars just leaving in droves. Trump is urging them to go with an online post saying everyone should immediately evacuate.
Israel has expanded its aerial assault on Iran, not only striking nuclear facilities and assassinating senior military leaders, now targeting the regime-controlled media.
Israeli forces have broadened their tactics. Last night, striking Iranian state television during a live broadcast. Thousands of Iranians have been trying to evacuate major cities since Israel launched its surprise attack last week. This dashcam video in the city of Isfahan caught an explosion on camera as the passengers were trying to flee over the weekend. The human cost of the war is escalating on both sides. Over 200 in Iran and at least 24 in Israel. This morning, Israel's air defense system fought off a barrage of at least 30 missiles from Iran. Most were intercepted, but some hit the affluent area of Herzliya just outside Tel Aviv. In the city of Petah Tikva, this is the moment an Iranian missile slammed into an apartment block, killing 4 people. Israeli-American Lihi Greiner was with her husband and 3 children, hiding in their safe room at the time.
It was the biggest boom ever. Even our safe room was shaking.
Shattered glass was strewn across her apartment.
No, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared for any terror. I'm not prepared. We don't want terror. Israelis don't want terror. We want peace.
Iranian media is now reporting that they hit an Israeli military intelligence site in Herzliya this morning. There's been no official comment on that from Israel's Defense Force, although they have said military sites were targeted.
So we all know right now, I think we can all agree to this. Israel and Iran have their own problems, but can we all admit something right now? And I think we all do agree with this. I will check in the chat right now. I believe that Donald Trump wholeheartedly right now will control what's about to happen. Yes or no in the chat right now. I want to know what you guys think. Do you think Donald Trump right now is going to control this entire war? When I say that, if he says, let's go, let's get it done right now to end the war right now, do you think that's going to happen? I mean, we got to be honest. He can literally send as many people as he wants for Americans and take care of the war. Literally be over. Literally in minutes. They know where he's hiding at. They know where the leader is hiding at. They made it very clear. We can take out the leader in minutes if we want to do that. We can go right now and take care of business. And that is the situation. Like, we can literally go there right now and take care of business. And Trump's like, you know, I told you, evacuate. I told you, evacuate. And he's been saying this over and over again, evacuate. If they don't evacuate, he made it very clear he's going to handle business.
From Israel tonight is our own Trey Yangst. I don't think he slept 5 hours in the last week, but Trey, we appreciate your coverage. Thank you.
Sean, thank you. It's been another difficult 24 hours for Israel. Just about 30 minutes ago, air raid sirens were sounding across the city of Tel Aviv, sending nearly 1 million people in the metropolitan area into bomb shelters. Last night, 11 people were killed as 65 Iranian ballistic missiles streamed through the skies of Israel, 5 of them impacting the ground below, 1 in the heart of Tel Aviv. We arrived just minutes after the explosion, speaking with survivors.
When the missiles arrived, we were in the staircase in the building, and the shock was like so huge. I never saw even a piece of a rocket, and to see an explosion right in front of my face and my brother's face, crazy.
A ballistic missile has just slammed into a building in the center of Tel Aviv. Right now, first responders are trying to put out the flames in the distance. You can see right now there are a variety of paramedics on the scene, police officers and soldiers. And if you come over here, you'll see part of a collapsed building. They don't know if anyone is currently inside, but they are checking right now. Israel is still striking back against Iran overnight, killing at least 1 intel chief and his deputy. The IDF tells Fox News they have taken out 1/3 of the Iranian ballistic missile launchers used to attack Israeli cities. They now have air superiority over the Iranian capital of Tehran. And tonight, a message from President Trump saying very clearly Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon, calling on everyone to immediately evacuate Tehran. Sean?
Very, very strong message. Trey, stay there. We'll check in with you throughout the night. Now,
So basically, as you can see right now, I mean, and that's why I've been making this very clear. Do you realize how powerful Donald Trump is? Do you realize how powerful the U.S. is? They are fighting their own war over there, right? And they're like, Trump, what do you think? Like, Israel's like, oh, you know, Trump said, you know, we could do this and that. Like, Trump is going to decide. I'm just telling you right now. Trump is going to decide what happens. This is reality. It's not like I'm making this shit up. Like, and then they look at it and go, you know, Trump is not shit. Well, Trump is going to run the damn world at this point. I mean, I'm telling you why. Because if he goes over there, he goes, you know what? Israel, Iran, fight your own war. We stay out of it. You fight your own war. People are going to go, okay, they're going to take it differently than him going over there and going, you know what, Iran, you're done. And he just, boom, the whole country's gone. Then people are going to go, wait a second. Then we're going to have people fighting back, right? We're going to have people like Russia, China. Russia's in their own war right now fighting. They can't even handle Ukraine right now. Like, they got shit going on over there. And that's why he said, look, handle your own war. Like, he literally told Putin on the phone, handle your own shit. Like, you got your own problems over there, because Putin asked to say, hey, look, why don't I come in, step in, and try to handle the agreements here and try to stop this shit from happening. Trump was like, we don't need you. You need to go over there and handle Ukraine right now. That's where you're at.
Heard from the Iranians.
They'd like to talk, but they should have done that before. I had 60 days, and they had 60 days, and on the 61st day, I said, we don't have a deal. They have to make a deal, and it's painful for both parties, but I'd say Iran is not winning this war. And they should talk, and they should talk immediately before it's too late.
People of Iran. We're in the midst of one of the greatest military operations in history, Operation Rising Lion. The Islamic regime, which has oppressed you for nearly 50 years, threatens to destroy my country, the State of Israel. The time has come for you to unite around your flag and your historic legacy by standing up for your freedom from an evil and oppressive regime. It has never been weaker. This is your opportunity to stand up and let your voices be heard. In the past 24 hours, we've taken out top military commanders, senior nuclear scientists, the Islamic regime's most significant enrichment facility, and a large portion of its ballistic missile arsenal. More is on the way. The regime doesn't know what hit them. They don't know what will hit them.
Well, look, I'll end you guys with this. You know, we're 10 to 11 every single day. If it's your first time watching our show right now, I wanted to show a bunch of videos today. I think it was important. If you're watching our show today for the first time, put first time in the chat so we can shout you out. We're only 4 likes away. People from hitting 200 are going to hit 200 likes on the show. Everybody watching live, if you're on your mobile device right now, on your phone like this, double tap your screen, bang, bang, bang. Just do that right now. Get a like on here. Make sure you subscribe to the show. I want you guys to subscribe. We do sports, entertainment. We do Trump on here. We do, obviously, Iran and Israel. We got the Diddy case on here. Big updates coming to the Diddy case coming here soon. I cannot wait for the NFL season's around the corner. And tonight, we are live tonight for the game. Pacers, OKC, NBA game live right here as well. Do not miss that. We'll be live right here for the game tonight. I'll be live at 8:15. Make sure you get in here right away, and I'll make sure I pin some of you guys to the chat right now. Michael, we appreciate you. Ben, we appreciate you. Welcome to the show. All the new people in the chat, but first time here for the first time, we greatly appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you are a subscriber of the show, thank you so much, Chef Coke. We appreciate you so much in the chat. Greatly appreciate you. Tracy, thanks for saying close the polls. Let me close those damn polls right now. Before I forget, let's take a look right now. The polls are in the chat right now. Over 1,000 votes. 72% people stand with Israel in the chat. We greatly appreciate you. Aledia, I say that right? Aledia, make sure I say that right. If you did not, let me know. We greatly appreciate you. Welcome to the show. Everybody, if you're in the building right now, if you are a subscriber of the show, put a Y in the chat right now. If you are a subscriber of the show, put a Y in the chat right now. We want to make sure you guys are here. Smack, here we go. 240 likes. You guys just ran it up really fast just like that. Thank you. John, greatly appreciate you. Greatly appreciate you right now. Reed, greatly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Thanks for joining our show. We are live every damn day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. I give you the updated information, shit that's going on, and I communicate with the chat. Here's why you should subscribe. I come on the live stream in the morning every day, first and foremost. I give you guys all the updated information, news, conversation, and try to be as unbiased as humanly possible. A little difficult when I start to feel a certain way, but I try to be unbiased and give you like the tunnel vision right here so we can have conversation. And I read every single one of your messages in the chat right now. RB, welcome to the show. How you feeling? Centennial on the show. How are you? Adam Parker, Gary, welcome to the show. But why in the house? Welcome to the show. Leave a message right now. Drop your states if you can as well. Where are you based right now? Where are you based? Drop it in the chat right now because everybody wants to communicate with you and connect. I know as we get ready to sign off, people start heading out, going on their day, heading to lunch, heading out to work, taking their headphones off. I greatly appreciate you so much. But if you're in the chat right now, drop your states in the chat so people that are watching right now can connect with you. I promise you. If they see you or where they're from, they're going to communicate with you. Buddha in the chat, how are you feeling? Welcome to the show. Everybody in the building right now, greatly. Dakota, how are you? Welcome to the show. We got Louisiana in the house. Welcome to the show. Look at all these states coming in the chat right now. David Johnson, Dan, how are you? Anita, how are you? Jeffrey Miles in the house. Ben, Adam, hello world. Look, I like to make sure that I say something to you. Rochester, how are you? Welcome to the show. I said I can't even talk about war because of YouTube censorship. Yeah, Rochester, I agree that shit happens. Chad, welcome to the show. Greatly appreciate you. Glenda, welcome to the show. Diggs in the building. Welcome to the show. Came in the chat. Guys, if we're live in the chat every single day, Sigma in the house, how are you? We're live every day at 10 o'clock. Try to get here early, people. Trust me when I tell you. We have a crew that gets here every day at like 9:50 and is communicating. The earlier, the better. That's what makes the show develop. Everyone starts getting here early, start getting momentum going. We come into the show. We got a lot going on. I cannot wait for that. As you guys know, we're updating a studio in downtown, which today I have a meeting today at 12:15 to go see what's going on over there. As soon as that's done, we're going to have people coming into the studio. It's going to be amazing. And obviously live callers. I made that clear that we have a software situation that will be done next week, but it's been a lot of work. Obviously, you can call in. If you have a computer or a laptop, you can call into the show. I'll make that announcement moving forward to get people on. But cell phones and all that was horrible to call into the show because of the connection. So we will get all that going. Also, yes, Blake, yes, I do. Greatly appreciate you. We're on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram. Guys, if you're on Instagram right now, in my profile says Mason Mob. Brandon Mason Show on Instagram. Go on there right now In my profile, it says Mason Mob. Add that. That's free. The YouTube one is $1 a month. You join our show. You'll see all the people that are getting verified. You'll see money symbols like Diggs right there next to his name. You'll see money symbols. You'll see verification symbols. Those people are a part of our show. So we greatly appreciate you. Blake, join us on our platform. Greatly appreciate your responses. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care if you're a Republican, Democrat. I don't care. But I greatly appreciate you and have conversation. Blake, you'll also be able to call into the show as well. Punishing in the chat. Welcome to the show. Richard, greatly appreciate you. Everyone in the building, I got to head out. You guys have been amazing this morning. We're 10 to 11 every single day. We are told a lot of sponsors are saying we should be 10 to 12 or 12 to 2. So when that happens, we will increase our show to 2 hours a day. And it'll be a lot different with live interviews. They'll be on for the first hour, and then we have a lot of shit after that. And we're going to have interviews every single day as that moves forward. Skip in the chat, Jay in the chat, Lord in the chat, Ape Gorilla in the chat. Welcome to the show. Greatly appreciate you. I'm signing off now. But remember, people in the chat right now, when I sign off, remember, hit that damn like button right now. And when I sign off, leave a message on the video. All you got to do is refresh your screens after you see the logo. Refresh your screens, people, in 15 seconds. I want everybody watching to leave a message on this video after I do. Have a great rest of your day. All you beautiful people, you guys make this wonderful. Without you, there is no show. Have a great rest of your day. Love all of you. Take care.
Congratulations on your bundle of joy. You look amazing. He's adorable. You look fly. I was just thinking, I have to say out because in my mind, I'm so excited. Aldous Hodges here today.